Hey Capricorn, this is Veritas Malefica with a general reading for your sign for the full moon in Taurus, peaking on November 15th, 2024. Please keep in mind this is a general reading. This is not a personal or one-to-one reading, so the messages may be rather vague. I am connecting to a collective energy. This is not a one-on-one reading. If you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading, I do offer them on a limited basis, and the information for how to book that is listed below in the description box. I've already meditated on the energies and shuffled the cards. And just as a note, I am structuring this round of readings very differently. I'm just feeling guided to do that. I'm going with my original Thoth deck, which I have had all of my life, and am restudying some of the themes that have to do with this deck and why it was created. So I feel called to use it. I'm also choosing to do a short 3-card reading for each sign. There is a lot energetically going on right now, and we are moving through a major transit of Pluto moving into Aquarius, literally a new age. So with that, I'm a bit energetically exhausted, and so I'm going to keep these readings shorter, but still potent with their messages. Again, I've already meditated on the energies and shuffled the cards, so let's go ahead and connect to that Capricorn message. Let's get cards for Capricorn for the full moon in Taurus. They're not wanting to come out. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, that was very slow to come out. And I will say, as I was shuffling, I had a few cards pop out, namely the Hanged Man, the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. So I feel like you may have some sort of thing you need to sacrifice and leave and walk away from. But let's see what the message actually says. Interesting. All right. Okay. Interesting. I don't see you walking away from what you need to, perhaps. That may have just been a message from underlying spirit, but you're in true Capricorn fashion, not listening and going with where you want to go. You've gone through a little period of darkness. This is past energy. You've met your shadow, so to speak. You've delved into a dark place in your own psyche. And whether that's because you've had a traumatic incident or you've had something not work out, as in a job loss or a relationship loss or an actual loss, as in a death, um, you've suffered some sort of pain and loss. Something didn't work out, and it caused you to look at things in a darker sort of light, and particularly at yourself in a darker sort of light. This is not inherently negative. Sometimes it's helpful to see these things. And perhaps I saw those cards because you did have something you had to walk away from that was very toxic and very just not not conducive to you getting anything done, um, and required a little bit of change or illumination, or sacrifice in some way. You had to walk away from something. Um, so we've gone through a period of darkness. Now, I don't see you letting that hold you back. Um, I do see that it has caused you issues. It has caused you trouble. We have the Seven of Wands here, which somewhat negatively indicated with the moon right next to it. And that's why I say this is the moon in a negative fashion, in that it really was a very dark time, filled with loss, filled with sadness, filled with almost despair. But you're currently dealing with the ramifications of that. You're currently crawling yourself out of this hole. And while it's been tough and it's been not a fun thing to go through, you've had the strength to, and you will have the strength to actually get out of that hole. You are clawing your way up from inside the earth and out, and you will reach what you want. You are moving towards balance and success. You are moving towards particularly material fulfillment and success. You are going to be able to move forward into what it is that you want. So I see this moon as being a somewhat troubling time, as not being smooth sailing necessarily, but I do see that at the end of it, there is a light at the end of the tunnel that is very much vibing with the Capricorn energy. It's interesting because I believe this card is the moon in Taurus. So although this time period may be challenging, I feel like this energy is going to follow and then stamp itself into your physical life eventually. So hold strong, stay true to yourself above all things, and keep having that fighting spirit, because it will be worth it at the end. Whatever you've gone through, it's in the past. And although it somewhat colors your current reality, it's on its way out, and you're moving up out of the cave, out of the tunnel, into the light. So I see this being a financially successful period, particularly if you have some sort of business or a deal coming up, or something with like it all just kind of falls into place exactly how you envisioned it and how you wanted it to. Very, very conducive to Capricorn energy. So things will calm down, but you need to maintain the fighting spirit and the energy and the gusto that you're putting into things currently. So, you know, have your energy drinks, have your coffee, do your grounding, do your meditation, whatever it is that makes you feel recharged. Work out, perhaps, get in the body, because you've got some fight that still needs to happen. You're right in the middle, you're on the precipice, and it's all going to be downhill after that. You'll feel the energy shift, but I think it will be after this full moon. All right, and I'm going to keep that message short and sweet. I like that for you. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Beautiful. I'm going to disconnect from that energy, and I will see you next time at the new moon for your next reading. Thank you so much.